Hello, gratitude babe. Welcome back to another Come Sit in Gratitude with me. Today's practice, it actually felt really magical. You know how some mornings you sit down and you can really feel that something is clicking into place inside of you? That's what it felt like today. I didn't even realize how deeply supported I felt until I opened my journal this morning and started writing. And that's one of the reasons I love this practice so much and I love sharing it, because sometimes you don't fully see what's shifting until you slow down enough to meet yourself on these pages. So, as always, I am starting with my 3 gratitudes, and then I let myself really feel why each one is important, the why behind each one. My first gratitude today is for another day of freedom. And I don't mean freedom in like this huge, dramatic, external way. I mean the feeling of freedom, the feeling of waking up and not feeling trapped by your life, not feeling like I'm bracing myself, not feeling like I'm carrying the weight of my survival on my back every night, right? Every day. I woke up today feeling so safe and so calm. I woke up fully supported. I woke up feeling so free. It's a big deal to me because this is something I have scripted in my journal over and over and over again. I write all the time that I wake up feeling safe and calm and free and deeply supported. I write this as if it's my life now. I write that this is how I move through the world. And this morning I realized, wow, I'm not just writing that anymore. I'm actually living it. That's the best part that gets me. Because when you're feeling, when the feelings that you've been practicing start becoming your normal state, that's when you realize your dream life is materializing. Sometimes it doesn't materialize first as the house or the money or the relationship or the big flashy thing, right? Sometimes it materializes first as the feeling. And honestly, that's even way more powerful because once the feeling is here, everything else can land on top of it. Okay. My second gratitude is that I had the money to cover my kids' dentist copays yesterday. And this one really touched me because it felt like such a direct and personal wink from the universe. Okay. I had completely forgotten about the copays completely. And I walked in thinking I didn't have it because they take cash. And in that moment, there could have been a lot of stress and there could have been a lot of panic, and also a lot of embarrassment. But instead, I opened my wallet. And oh my God, there it was. Cash. Exactly what I needed. I had $142 in my wallet, which was enough to pay the copays. And I just stood there having this quiet internal moment like, oh my God. I started like smiling and looking up and laughing at myself and saying thank you. And the receptionist, Tanya, she just started laughing because she didn't know what was happening. So she just started smiling and laughing with me. But I was just like internally, I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you. It felt like the universe was patting me on the back, like God just softly saying, I got you, babe. Okay. And I know some people might feel like that's so small, but to me, it wasn't small at all. It was one of those moments that really builds trust in the unfolding in such a really deep way, because support doesn't always come in grand gestures. Sometimes support shows up in the exact amount you need when you need it. Okay. Sometimes it shows up in the way that feels so calm and so precise that you can't help but recognize the love in it. And this is not the first time this has happened to me. There was another time where I was like super broke and I had a flat tire and I woke up to exactly like the $98 in my bank account that I needed to get that flat tire. This was years ago, but it was just one of those moments again. And that moment really reminded me that I'm really not doing this alone. It reminded me that even in the practical, everyday human moments, I am held, I am guided, I am supported. Okay. And those are the kinds of moments that make abundance feel so real. Not just numbers on the screen when you open your bank account, but actual lived evidence that life is meeting you exactly where you are. Life is meeting me where I am. All right. Moving on to my third gratitude today is for my son's cuddles that he gave me last night. Oh my God, this one just makes me melt because there's something about the way children love when they feel really safe with you. Okay, it's so pure, it's so open, it's so unfiltered. And when my son hugs me, when he cuddles me, when he leans on me, when he comes near me, I can literally feel the love oozing off of him. Okay, it just feels so warm. It feels so honest. It feels so innocent and soulful. His cuddles make my heart feel so full and warm and safe. They soften me instantly. It reminds me that love is not something I have to chase or prove to figure out. Like, love is right here. Love is right here. It is alive in my everyday life already. Love is in my home. Love is in my children. Love is in these little moments that could be so easy to overlook and forget if I wasn't paying attention, if I wasn't doing this practice, if I wasn't taking inventory of all the beautiful blessings around. All right. After I wrote my 3 gratitudes, I moved into my manifestation script. As you can see, I've started. And this part is so powerful because by the time I get here, I am no longer trying to force myself into belief. I am no longer sitting down from a place of lack or desperation or trying to make something happen from the energy of please, 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 let this work. No. By the time I start scripting, I have already shifted. I have already reminded myself that I am fully supported. I have already reconnected with the feeling of love, of freedom, of abundance and safety. So now when I write down my dream life, it doesn't feel far away. It doesn't feel fake. It doesn't feel like a fantasy. It feels so close. It feels believable, effortlessly. It feels like I'm writing from inside the frequency of the life I want, not from outside trying to reach in for it. Okay, and that's why this gratitude is yummy method is so powerful and why this gratitude is yummy journal will change your life. Because so many people try to script and visualize from a place of lack, from a place of not having. They're trying to manifest while still feeling scared, right? Or disconnected or doubtful and depleted, right? Because why do we desire something? Because we don't have it. That's the energy we tend to manifest from. And then they wonder why it feels so hard to believe their own words, their affirmations, their scripting, their visualizations. But when you start with gratitude, especially gratitude with a reason why, because you're actually activating the frequency of gratitude now with that, you shift your state first. You regulate your nervous system first. You soften first. You reconnect first. Okay, so by the time you dream, you are dreaming from wholeness. Guys, this is the difference with this method and this journal, right? And dreaming from wholeness feels completely different than dreaming from emptiness or lack or this, burning desire. Okay. All right, so after I finish my manifestation script, I move into my to feel activation. This is the statement I choose to repeat throughout the day while I'm doing, things on autopilot, while I'm brushing my teeth or driving or showering, washing dishes or folding laundry. Anytime my body is busy, but my mind is available, I bring myself back to this feeling. Today, my activation is I feel grateful to be living in my dream life every single day. And I love this one because it's simple, but it's so potent. It reminds me that I'm not waiting for some future version of my life to arrive before I let myself feel good. It reminds me that gratitude is available right now. That my dream life is not just something I'm chasing out there somewhere. It's something I begin inhabiting right now in my body, in my thoughts, in my energy, in my choices, in my awareness. All right. And when I repeat that throughout the day, it keeps bringing me back to peace, back to trust, back to abundance, back to the truth of what I am building. Then after that, I move into my to-do lists, a few simple things from my personal life, a few simple things from my professional life, nothing overwhelming, nothing crazy, just enough to help me feel anchored and intentional in my day. Because this practice is not about creating more pressure. It's about creating more alignment, more ease, more flow. It's about moving through life with a different frequency. And that's really what I'm noticing more and more. This journal, this method, this daily ritual, it's not just helping me write nice things down. It's actually changing the way I experience my life. Okay. And it's helping me feel more peaceful, more supported, more trusting, more aware of love, more available to abundance, more available to joy. And honestly, that's everything. That's today's practice. Simple, sacred, powerful. And if you're doing this with me, I hope today reminded you that the little things are not little, that the feelings matter. The evidence is already here. The magic is often in the ordinary. Thank you for sitting in gratitude with me today. I am so glad to have you. I'm so glad you're here. And I will see you tomorrow. Ciao.